Have you ever seen a tea canister priced at nearly 1,000 yuan? I must say it takes at least 3 months to make one. Can you believe it? Just the natural drying process alone requires a minimum of 90 days. It possesses many unique features, making it mysterious and little known. To make such a tea canister, you must choose wood with a moisture content below 20%. This type of wood has a characteristic that reduces the erosion by fungi and pests, thereby enhancing the use of cotton thread for the tea canister. Next, the wood blocks are marked according to the specified dimensions, and the circular lines in the image represent the wood needed for the tea canister. After each section is completed, it is processed by an experienced craftsman. You might not believe it, but this factory has been around for decades. And the elderly lady in the video has been in this industry for many years as well. It is a family tradition, and this factory is one reason why there are so many century-old shops in the area. Perhaps this is what people refer to as the artisan spirit. In the blink of an eye, most of the wood surface has been cut away. Since the size is still too long, it needs to be cut on one side. Next, the fine processing of the wood begins. This stage mainly involves removing excess parts inside the wood block to achieve a hollow effect. Judging by the scattered wood shavings, the processing speed is very efficient. Although the machine might be older than some people, its operational efficiency is as good as ever. As the vessel takes shape, it is prepared to be placed in a box for a natural drying process that lasts up to 3 months. This step is mainly for dehydration, making the wood more compact, allowing us to move on to the next stage. The master craftsman places the wood block into the furniture and begins trimming the edges of the wood. This is the lid of the tea canister, or in other words, the lid of the tea container. To make the wood surface smoother, small sandpaper and cloth are used to continuously polish it. As the lid of the tea canister takes shape, the body of the canister begins to be trimmed. This process relies entirely on the worker's experience. Without 3 to 5 years of practical experience, it is difficult to achieve a perfectly seamless fit. Here, I want to share an interesting fact that many might not know. In the early days, tea canisters were mainly made of pottery, and some wealthy families might use tin containers. Over time, this evolved to the widespread use of iron, aluminum, and glass canisters today. These types of tea canisters can be mass-produced mechanically, and are inexpensive, making them a suitable choice for most people. In contrast, wooden tea canisters have more requirements. First, they need to be stored in a dry environment for a long time to prevent mold and cracking. Second, they require regular maintenance, such as applying a coating to the surface. The purpose of doing this is to enhance the aesthetic and texture, thereby preventing the wood from fading. Once the varnish is applied, let's take a look at the finished product. At this point, the grain of the wood is clearly visible, and the overall texture has improved significantly compared to the beginning. With the canister body formed, we now proceed to cut the most crucial material, which is the zhonggai, or the small lid inside the canister. The worker first needs to hollow out the inner walls around the wooden block, while the protruding center is used as a handle. Since this part needs to be pulled frequently, the details are crafted with great precision. Next, let's take a look at the final result. You can see that the lid fits perfectly onto the jar with no extra gaps at all. The design is also very clever and smooth. A jar like this sells for several hundred yuan. Do you think it's expensive? As usual, let's move on to the final testing phase and see how well this tea canister performs. Judging by the exterior of the canister, the internal space is quite large, and the tea canister uses a double lid design, which can prevent tea leaves from accidentally spilling when opening the lid. This concludes the entire manufacturing process of the wooden tea canister. What do you think of the design of this tea canister?